Good morning and welcome to day 5 of van life in the Yukon.
I'm Heather, and this is Kyle, and we're the Amateur Travel Hour. We like to go on adventures and make fun videos when we do. The world has looked a little different over the past few years, so we've been inspired to travel differently and get creative in the way we explore the world. For a while, we've been obsessed with the idea of van life and wanted to give it a go ourselves.
The last time you saw us, we were driving from the west side of the Yukon back through Whitehorse and down into Carcross. We hiked Sam McGee's Trail, and now we've driven east into the tiny town of Atlin, BC. And that is where we start exploring today.
We are just making some coffee and breakfast. Kyle is outside mending the stove for our eggs and bacon, and I am just going to find us plates and stuff. We didn't do the greatest job washing our dishes last night, so I'm gonna just double check that everything's good. There is no stove in the van, so we've been cooking on a camping stove outside, and it's just a bit chilly this morning, but our park up spot is incredible. Check this out. I might have locked me in. Okay, let's try this again. Check this out. So beautiful. Whoa! So cool!
We packed up camp at the Como Lake Rec Site and headed into the town of Atlin. It's a tiny town in northern BC, accessible only by road through the Yukon. Atlin is home to around 500 residents. Like many other places up north, Atlin was booming in the late 1800s because of the gold rush, and until 1950, the only way to get there was by boat. Although tourism declined through the Great Depression, it is now known for its mining and tourism industries, and for the fact that it's a great place to disconnect. There is still no cell service in the town of Atlin.
So we are leaving Atlin, we're going back up the same way we came down, and we're gonna head further east over to Teslin today. Today is the first day we've had a bit of cloud coverage, and we had to laugh because it was predicted to rain, and of course, we spent 5 days in the Yukon, sunshine, beautiful, warm. We come back to BC for one day, and it's cloudy and rainy. Oh, British Columbia. I couldn't check earlier because we weren't in cell service, but Atlin, BC, has a population of 477 people, so a bit bigger than Carcross, but still very, very small. I'm pretty sure there's more people living in some apartment buildings in the city of Vancouver, so yeah, small town living.
We stopped for lunch at Squanga Lake, another popular camping spot along Highway 1. Although way too cold to go swimming this time of year, this would likely be an awesome spot in the summer.
Vámonos!
We have arrived in Teslin, and the one thing we saw on the way in that we wanted to check out was the George Johnston Museum. And of course, like everything else in small towns, it is closed for the season. So if you want to actually come and do some touring of museums and art shows and things like that, definitely come in the summer months because it seems like everything kind of shuts down at the beginning of September. But that's okay. We're gonna check out Teslin, maybe walk around, see what's up, and then we're gonna go find our campground for the evening. Wanted to check out the Northern Wildlife display, but it's closed. Man. All right, well that was all of Teslin. So now we are gonna go find our campground. And hopefully the rain stops. Onwards! Okay, so we are parked up at our campground. We have gotten some dinner going, a fire raging. Last ceremonial log of the trip of the 2021 season. That was a subpar attempt. Today was a really great day. We drove from Outland, BC all the way out to Teslin. We just took our time today. It wasn't a very long drive to get out here, and so it was really relaxing, sitting in the car, listening to music. It's taken more out of some of us than others. So that's gonna do it for day 5, which was our second to last day in the van. It's our last night in the van, which is so sad. Very sad. We've really enjoyed our time, but we got a few more adventures tomorrow coming up before we drop the van back off in Whitehorse. So we'll catch you in the morning. Bye! Good morning, everyone. I am just walking to go get us water for breakfast. It's a nice crisp fall morning. It's very quiet. It's nice. So it's officially our last day in the van, which is really sad. We've had an incredible time on this trip. I would definitely do a whole nother week if we could. I think for today the plan is to have some coffee, go down and check out the lake that is next to this campground, and then pack up our stuff and start heading back towards Whitehorse, which makes me so sad. But we have a few more things we want to check out before we get back to Whitehorse. So yeah, let's figure out where this water situation is and get coffee going. Whew. I don't know if I talked about this at all over the last couple days, but if you're camping in the Yukon, it's really great. You don't need reservations or permit. You can just show up. Each campsite's $12. It's just cash payment, and you just drop it in the slot at the front of the campground. It also comes with all free firewood, so you don't have to bring your own firewood. It's incredible. And then they have water that you can use. Granted, I don't know how busy it gets in the summer. We obviously are here kind of mid-September, and we've had no issue getting campsites at all, but there have been people at every single one, and it's been the middle of the week, so maybe in the summer it's a bit busier and you want to get like permits ahead of time. But overall, it's been the easiest process ever. It's a much easier process than BC Parks, that's for sure. Like a champion, carrying both of my coffees.
Both of your coffees?
Oh, I guess, yeah, technically one is yours. We were just saying how much we're gonna miss this place. It's been such an incredible trip. The weather, the colors, the mountains, all of it's just been out of this world. And we just went on a little walk down this beach, and it's just been so peaceful and quiet. And the colors, the fall colors have just popped, and we had a really good trip, hey babe?
It's been amazing.
Come back soon?
Come back real soon.
Yeah. heading back to Whitehorse. We left our Teslin Lake campground. We're heading west along the Alaska Highway, and we're gonna make a couple more stops before we have to part ways with our beautiful Gordon Ramsay and say goodbye to the van forever. Okay, we have come to the Swan Haven Interpretive Center, which is closed for the season, but it's beautiful views here. Apparently it's a nice little walk around, and sometimes you can see swans, although I think it's a swan sanctuary, but perhaps they're not here during this time of year. I'm not really sure what swans seasonal situation is. So I guess the swans migrate through here in the spring, so people come and set up their chairs when this is all still ice and take photos of the swans during their mating season or migration season, which is pretty cool. But obviously there's no one else here, so it's just a nice pretty view right now. Okay, we've had some lunch and we have made our final stop on our road trip through the Yukon, Miles Canyon. So not too far up on a walk here is Canyon City, and Canyon City is an abandoned town now, but there used to actually be boats that would transport supplies on this river, Canyon, which is insane. The water moves so quickly. It's also some of the bluest water I think I've ever seen. It's wild. That was officially our last stop. Now we, for real, head back into Whitehorse to drop off our van. How do you feel?
Sad. Just getting to know each other.
Would you do van life again?
Yes. Well, I'm in the wrong lane. Maybe if I don't get us
Killed
before that.
Look, our van has a twin, Gordon Ramsay. And so concludes our Yukon road trip in our van.
So sad.
So sad. If you like this video, give it a comment, maybe even consider subscribing to the channel and give it a thumbs up. And stick around for some more fun adventures in Whitehorse. We have one more day here, so we're gonna go check it out. And thanks for coming along on our crazy adventure, and we hope you enjoyed it.
See you later.
See ya, bye!